How's it going, YouTube? It's KB Baby here, and today we're going to be talking about something that, no matter what happens, I win, because it's about two people that I don't particularly like. That, of course, being Anthony Fantano and Drake. Now, I'm not into the rap scene, to be completely honest with you, so I'm kind of far removed. But I think that gives me a unique perspective on things, and I want to give you this video because I think it would just be interesting. I think it might be entertaining because, I have some, thoughts about Anthony Fantano and this whole situation to begin with. So let's get into it without any further ado. And if you're new here, please, by all means, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think about the video down below. Every little bit helps out the channel. And with that being said, let's get into this. Now, this all started with Anthony Fantano uploading a video called Drake Slid Into My DMs. What I did not know at the time, he did go into Anthony's DMs, but I don't know exactly what for. Probably didn't like a video, if I had to guess. Maybe one of the reviews sucked. I don't know, to be completely honest with you. But he did not let not show what Drake said. Instead, he, I guess, edited these messages or faked them to basically say something completely different. Of course, what it was actually was, Drake gave, him a vegan cooking recipe, right? And, yeah, that's the whole video. It's like 6 minutes of this really unfunny joke, right? It's... Honestly, it shows the dedication I have to this channel because, some people, they would put hours of editing in these, huge monolith, masterpieces of videos, really going in depth on complicated topics. But here, I have to suffer through 8 minutes of an Anthony Fantano video, which I think is infinitely worse than putting decades of effort into a video nobody's ever gonna see. So, personally, I think I'm the trooper here. So, to be completely honest, I didn't laugh at anything in this video. If the main purpose was comedy, it completely failed. If the purpose was only to get Drake to respond or leak his DMs, then I suppose there's some merit on that. But, I don't know. Anthony Fantano making Drake look like a bitch, this is just my opinion, but that's kind of counterintuitive because Anthony Fantano is a bitch, and we'll get into why exactly I think that in a little bit. So, where I really found this was, Nicholas Diorio. Oh, that. I've been having all sorts of, mispronunciations today. Hopefully, I can keep it to a bare minimum for this video, right? So, anyways, Nicholas Diorio, who is my, twin that was separated at birth. Sorry, I mean birth. That was a Freudian slip right there. That one was intentional. Fantano posted a video of what were probably fake DMs with vegan cooking recipes, and Drake posted this. Now, I will say that I will verify for you, right, just right off the bat, that these DMs are legit, right? I don't know how well you can see it, but these DMs I'm about to show you are legit from Drake, okay? Just so we're clear, because he did post them. It is Anthony Fantano. Your existence is a light one, and the one is because you're alive. And because you somehow wifed a black girl. I'm feeling a light to decent one on your existence. Now, of course, Drake, Drake is commonly associated for kind of being a Boy Scout, not really being all that hard, and I think that the characterization of him, for the most part is fair, because he just raps about his feelings at the end of the day. And, honestly, I mean, credit where credit's due. Most rappers just kind of, rap about, I guess, rap culture. I don't have any better way to describe it. And it's all the same shit. It's the same 3 songs produced over and over again for all eternity. And they never get any more interesting, in my opinion. In general, I think the rap culture stuff is just, kind of lame, honestly. Mostly because the 80s and 90s ended 30, 40 years ago. So having these same songs being I'm hard, I fucking sell drugs, I shoot the fucking enemy gangs. Obviously I'm characterizing that in a poor way, but it's it's rap at the end of the day. That's kind of what I'm expecting. It's I'm not a fan. Most of the songs basically come off like that. It's I don't care that you think you're hard or cool. At the end of the day, I'm more interested in songs that are different or interesting or unique. So to that, Drake can maybe produce 1 or 2 songs that I like. Though to be fair, there are love songs, which at least the ones I remember listening to. So yeah, but this is actually kind of, before I move on to Anthony Fantano, getting back to him. That was basically all I had to say about Drake. He's just kind of lame, and it's a bit contrarian on my part because he's like the most famous rapper in the world, and I don't think he's all that good. So I'm a contrarian. There, I said it. At least in this regard. What did the recording artist Drake mean when he said Anthony Fantano wifed a black girl in a fit of rage? Yeah, that is kind of weird. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's like, what the fuck even was that? Like, why does this matter? What is the relevance of that? I don't understand. Of course, moving on, Fantano's trending, obviously, right? But, here we go. Now we're gonna get into why I hate Anthony Fantano. I made the man leak his own DMs, smiling face. Here's why I hate Anthony Fantano. He's an SJW, and you know what? I know that's a bit of a dated term, and I'm not saying that, he's left-wing and it's bad. No, he's annoying left-wing. Like, you remember those videos back in 2016 and 17 of the raging feminists and stuff, like the dyed hair? Imagine that, but a dude. That's what his, Twitter opinions are, and they're very annoying, and I don't want to deal with them. So for the most part, I don't, whenever I see him trending or see him talking about something trending, I just scroll past it because he has nothing interesting to say, right, for the most part. And I think it's funny because people follow him for reviews and stuff, like his music reviews, and most of the people on Twitter follow him because they clap like seals because he said their opinion back to them, right? And it's very uninteresting in my opinion, very uninspired. But the funniest part about it is that Anthony Fantano used to hate SJWs. If you know anything about his past, here's him on a podcast with Sam Hyde and stuff. I don't remember what it's called.
The people who come to clean her up, they're going to be puking when they see what I did to her. All right? I want them to know how I feel about her, so I'm going to fuck her up so bad that she makes them puke when they see her bruised, mangled body. If she ever did anything to me to warrant that legally, now I would never, ever initiate violence against her.
The way that you said
but that's
all
what
that.
would happen.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a conversation between Anthony Fantano and Sam Hyde. Why is that important? Well, first off, Sam Hyde did a diss track on Anthony Fantano, right? Just to throw that out there, right? But Anthony Fantano wasn't necessarily, I wouldn't call him a right-wing guy, but he was an anti-SJW back in the day, back in 2017. Like him, iDubbbz, and H3H3, they all kind of, fell down the shitter and became exactly the type of people that they hate, right? And this includes Anthony Fantano as well, obviously. He used to browse 4chan, and I know some of you just rolled your eyes by me saying that because because you're probably imagining exactly, when me just saying that, you probably pictured something in your head, right? We all have that moment, we all think different things when we think of 4chan. Honestly, not everybody on 4chan is this extreme right-wing wacko, right? And that Anthony Fantano wasn't a right-wing wacko back in the day. From what I can tell, anyways, right? He went on podcasts with, Sargon of Akkad and Sam Hyde, as I just shown. And it's he was an anti-SJW. He had, a meme channel and shit. And it's he went from being this guy that would, criticize, these unpopular parts of, I guess, SJWs back when Trump was getting elected, to somebody who completely bent the knee and became an SJW. And it's funny to think about it like that, but it's true, right? He now, basically says all the talking points that people that are annoying on Twitter would say, right? There's, every couple weeks, there's a meme that floats around on Twitter that's if you see these profile pics, you're gonna hear the worst opinion of all time. And it's H3H3, what was it? Anthony Fantano, obviously, and who was it? Hassan Piker. Maybe it was Vosh being the fourth one. But basically, there is a large amount of people that don't like Anthony Fantano, and honestly, I'm part of that camp, because it's the dude completely went against what he once was. And this was because, he got an article made about him that made, one of his tours, fall through. He wasn't able to get, the tour got canceled, hardcore. So, he was canceled before we had a word for what canceled was, right? So, in that sense, I could understand why you'd want to tone it back, but to completely do, a 180, that shit's kind of lame in my opinion, right? Because it seems so disingenuous, and I don't know. Like if I'm remembering correctly, he even went on the not podcast, Hassan's live stream. And I hate Hassan. Anybody that's sane hates Hassan Piker because he is just absolutely the worst, right? I can say that with confidence. Remember what I said about absolute? Hassan Piker is an absolute scumbag, okay? I don't need to prove that. Just watch Hassan for a while and you'll figure it out what I mean by that. Nobody who unironically says America deserves 9/11 is a good person. I don't care who you are, right? I don't care that it was, misspeak, right? Tangent aside, right? Anthony Fantano agrees with a lot of what Hassan says, and he went on Hassan's live stream. So that should give you an idea of the kind of person Anthony Fantano has become. And honestly, that's what this whole thing is about. He wanted to make Drake look like a bitch after he DM'd him something mean, I think, right? Or maybe the DMs came after the video. I'm not exactly sure which. Maybe it was all a deliberate ploy. Maybe it was just coincidence, right? But if Anthony Fantano wants to spin this into Drake looking like a bitch, well, he failed because Drake already looks like a massive bitch. Like that's like what he's most well known for outside of his music, right? But Anthony, you are a guy who completely changed his personality because some people criticized him online. Like, that is, like, mega bitch move, right? Like, that is, like, omega, like, you're a beta, right? Like, I don't talk about being, an alpha male, beta male, right? Like, I'm not that type of person. But Anthony Fantano is a beta male, okay? I can't stress that enough. He sucks, right? And that's what I wanted to get through this video, right? That's what I have to offer to you. Maybe you didn't know that Anthony Fantano used to be kind of like running these right-wing circles or whatnot, or, be an anti-SJW. But that's why a lot of people hate him, because they used to watch him back in the day when he, was more right-wing-ish, anti-SJW, whatever you want to call it at the end of the day. And again, there's nothing wrong with being left-wing. It's just that when you're annoying as Anthony Fantano about it, people are going to make fun of you. And I think that's, should be true about every political ideology. So, moral of the story, don't change your personality because people online are mean to you. Because it makes you look like a bitch. And with that being said, I guess I'm going to wrap this video up. So, yeah, I've been KB Baby. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be radicalized. And yeah, I'm signing off. Peace.